Hi Taurus, welcome to your monthly reading for January 2026. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Laura, aka Baby Curl Tarot. I'm a tarot reader, astrologer, and root worker, and I love doing monthly readings for all the zodiac signs here on YouTube, as well as some other fun content over on TikTok and Instagram. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right on into your reading. Keep in mind this is a general message, so whatever comes up, comes up. Also, please don't try to force a reading you see on the internet to fit your specific life and situations. If it's not resonating, it's probably a message for another Taurus out there. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, spiritual team, Prism Oracle, what messages do you have for the Taurus collective for January 2026? Excuse me, what messages do you have for the Taurus collective for January 2026? Okay, abundance. Now you gotta be careful with abundance, because abundance can mean an abundance of good things. It can also mean an abundance of not so good things. So let's see what's going on here. What's at the bottom of the deck? Ooh, we have rejection. Okay, I feel like there's a phrase. How does it go? Rejection is not failure, or doesn't mean that you're not meant to do what it is that you want to do. It's just a redirection towards the path spirit, the universe, God, whoever wants you to take, or that fate is pushing you to take. I hope that makes sense. This is what it feels like. It feels like there may be moments of rejection in the month of January, but overall, I think that is pushing you towards greater abundance, whether that's financial, health, abundance of love, support, friends, community, whatever it is. I feel like this rejection that you may be facing in January is ultimately pushing you towards where you're supposed to end up, which is probably better than where you would have been had you not been rejected from whatever the situation is. All right, let's go ahead and get in the tarot and see what messages come up for you guys. Spiritual team, Divine Feminine Tarot, what messages do you have for the Taurus collective for January 2026? What messages do you have for the Taurus collective for January 2026? I still cannot believe we are already in the new year. Crazy. All right, so we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. We have the Death card. We have Strength. High Priestess. The Hierophant in reverse. Okay, what's at the bottom of the deck? Queen of Swords, Six of Swords in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, Three of Swords, and the Moon card. Yeah, that is exactly what I was feeling. It's like all of this rejection, all of this pain, all of this feeling stuck, all of this feeling like you're not getting where you want to go, what you want. And the heartache that comes from this, or the doubting of yourself and all of that, is all like, you know, and everybody believes something different, but if you believe that there is an energy or something that is intrinsically tied to all of our destinies, our fates, so on and so forth, I feel like this Moon card for me is saying there's something that you don't know about that Spirit has in store for you that's gonna make sense once it's revealed. Does that make sense? And I feel like, listen, easier said than done. It's a lot. It's frustrating, right? When we don't get what we want, or we feel like we're not going anywhere. I get it, trust me, but everything at the top of the deck is like, wow. I feel like there's a big moment here, possibly with this Death card and the Strength card. Okay, there's a big moment here potentially in January, or maybe in 2026, where you transform, as long as you're patient. And that's what the Strength card represents to me, is this patience and this willingness to adapt and be adaptable, and not be closed off or closed-minded to maybe opportunities that you wouldn't consider. Okay, as long as you are open and you are willing to just kind of follow where the universe is guiding you, and you don't take this rejection or these multiple rejections as a absolute no, but more so as a, you haven't found the right calling or individual or community or job, company, whatever. You haven't quite found it yet. If you go a little bit deeper and you just can be a little bit more patient and be a little bit more open-minded, you will be absolutely surprised. And this 10 of Swords in reverse tells me like all that pain, all that heartache, all that stress, all of that worry that you were facing about what if this never happens for me is going to be completely washed away. And I think you are truly going to be blown away by the amazing blessing that you're going to be receiving. Okay. Again, patience and adaptability are going to be the key words for you, and then persistence, right? So not giving up, not, letting this dictate, okay, well, I'm just going to give up on this completely. Maybe you just take a slight detour, and in that detour, you find a path that you didn't know existed. And it's almost like not a shortcut, but it's like the door is unlocked. Out of all of these doors that were locked to you before, now you're finding a door, a secret hidden door, and you're like, this is what I wanted. This is what I needed. And I didn't even know that this was an option. And I kept ignoring this one hallway. And now I find this door, and it like has opened up a huge opportunity. Like, I don't know. It's like finding that treasure at the end of the rainbow kind of a thing. It's just like, what? This was here all along. I had no idea. And you know what? It's not gonna look like what you expected it to with this Hierophant in the reverse. The Hierophant always talks to me when it's in the upright. This is in the reverse, so take that into consideration. When the Hierophant is in the upright, the Hierophant talks to me about tradition. So for me, this Hierophant would represent your idea of what this goal looks like traditionally to you. So with it being in the reverse, this tells me you need to look at things that are a little unconventional for you, that look a little different, that surprise you, that are not what you would even consider. And I think that is where you're going to find your pot of gold. All right, Tauruses, that is ultimately what I'm seeing for you guys. Hang in there. Listen, I know easier said than done, but I'm really confident that 2026 is going to be a beautiful year in many different ways, especially just knowing what the astrology looks like this year. I mean, I think it's personally going to be a lot better for a majority of us, if not all of us. Hopefully, there's always something, but I digress. Tauruses, I'm going to go ahead and close out your reading with an oracle deck. Before I do that though, I do want to say if this didn't quite address a situation that you were hoping to get clarity on, I do offer personal readings. You can reach out to me on TikTok or Instagram, send me a DM. My handles are below in the description box. Please only use those handles. Those are the only handles I use on those platforms. And if someone reaches out to you saying that they are me and they want to offer you a reading, that is a scam. I never reach out to anybody first. You always need to reach out to me. And unfortunately, that is just the best way to get in touch with me until I get my website set up. That is my sales pitch. I'm going to go ahead and close out your reading. Spiritual team, daily crystal inspiration. What final messages do you have for the Taurus Collective for January 2026? What final messages do you have for the Taurus Collective for January 2026? It's really windy. It's going to rain here for the next couple of days. I just love looking out the window and seeing what's happening. Anyways, your first card is Black Tourmaline. Okay, protect your energy. Okay, so I think it could be really easy to let rejection or maybe like harsh words, derail you or knock your confidence or something like that. So just be really conscious about who you're surrounding yourself with. Are you surrounding yourself with people that are uplifting, that are supportive? Also, are you allowing yourself to talk negatively about yourself and your goals? So just be really, really careful this month in particular. I think the lack of patience, like I said, having patience is going to be really, really important, as well as persistence. So having that lack of patience and that lack of confidence and that lack of persistence can really hurt you in terms of getting where it is that you need to go. Okay, next we have turquoise, prioritize your health. Okay, so some of you guys may want to really prioritize your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, all of that. So for some of you, this could have been like a very stressful situation. Some of you guys may want to, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe the job or opportunities you're looking for also wouldn't be good for your health. That could be something too. And you could be wondering, okay, so for some of you, I don't know why this message is coming through now. Some of you could be pursuing jobs or a career or an industry that is highly stressful for you mentally, emotionally, physically. And Spirit is saying, like, I know you want this opportunity, but it also comes with this, and we want to push you in a different direction because it makes more sense for you, in a way where you can have a more balanced, internal world. Okay. That I feel like is absolutely something for some of you, may not be for all of you. So take what resonates again. And finally, at the bottom of the deck, we have Moonstone, Live Your Purpose. And I love this so much that we're closing out with this one, because it truly feels like you guys are meant for something amazing. And I feel like you guys have it in you to make whatever this goal is or dream is happen. And I feel like Spirit is confirming, like, we want you to live your purpose. You may not know what your purpose is per se. You may have an idea, but it may look completely different, or it may put you in a different role or position. But I feel like Spirit is really pushing you towards that purpose this month. And I am so excited to see how that plays out for you guys. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the reading, and I would love to know how this turns out if it ends up happening for you this month. So please leave a comment if it does. Also, please don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future, and maybe share this with another Taurus if you feel like it would resonate for them. Again, if you want to see more content from me, I'm on TikTok and Instagram. My handles are below in the description box. Those are the only handles I use. And if you want to schedule a personal reading with me, please reach out to me there until I get my website set up. As always, though, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. I hope to see you guys at the next reading. Until then, please take care of yourselves. Bye.